This is walnut with gold hardware and a black pickguard. The original concept of the PearlCaster and why it's called PearlCaster was we were going to try to make it, we were going to put out a guitar at $9.99 and they were only going to come in one color, white. They were going to be white and you would be able to order different color pickguards. So the pickguards were pearloid. That was 5-6 years ago, and that failed. It failed pretty miserably, actually. People wanted what they wanted, and a few people bought the white models with the different color pickguards, but that was our original concept, and I hate to say it, it failed. However, this has been extremely successful since we've decided to go to all the beautiful woods and offer all the options that we do on this. If you've ever played a Fender-style guitar with an ebony fretboard, it's so much smoother, so much better than rosewood or maple. Ebony is a tighter grain. It's more percussive. I like to use this word, playing fatigue. You can play longer before your fingers hurt. You can play sometimes a couple of hours longer before your fingers start to hurt as much as it would on a neck that has a wide open grain that you're running your fingers up and down, back and forth on. Ebony is a smooth, very hard wood and adds a great deal to the stability. Speaking of stability, these guitars are all very tightly mounted in. Now, we do not offer this in a glue-in, although we certainly could. But if somebody was to glue this in, it would be like doing a bolt-on Les Paul, just something you would never do, a bolt-on Les Paul, and you probably should never do a set neck Stratocaster. The two terms, they're just paradoxical in that they just won't work. The PearlCaster. This is a PearlCaster body. Now, we build them. This one's custom made for somebody. He's getting a humbucker here. But one of the things that we do normally is we always build them with without using a what they call the swimming pool route here. Companies like G&L, Fender, most of the mass production companies, the imports, will always take a router and route this whole thing out so that they can choose whatever pickups they want to put in without having to select each particular body. This one is designed for a humbucker and 2 singles. You want to keep these separate. The guitar is more stable, there's more wood. Part of the sound of a Stratocaster style guitar, part of the sound is derived from the fact that the pickups are isolated. They're not mounted to the wood as most guitars. They're hanging a pickguard into a chamber. And the old original ones in the 50s all had chambers. Today they're doing that on only their reissue models and some of their better artist models. And their artist models have greatly improved. The quality is greatly improved on the artist models. This one is a Carina back. And this actually appears going to be a scepter because it's back routed. So this isn't going to be a PearlCaster, it's going to be a scepter. I wasn't looking at it close enough before. And that's our Blueburst color, which I really like. Comes out fabulous, especially with a white pearl pickguard. Here we have a solid Carina PearlCaster. The whole guitar is 100% solid Carina. It's oil finished. It doesn't have a gloss finish. And probably would look better if this plastic was peeled off here. It's brand spanking new, just waiting for its owner. You've got the bridge I was talking to you about, the smooth ball bearing bridge. What's different about this guitar is it has what we call the Titan neck. The Titan neck is an exclusive on this guitar. It's not available on any other guitar. There's variations of this neck available called the tension free, but the Titan is only available through us. The Titan's available for Fenders. We have it available for Fenders. We have it available for Paul Reed Smiths. We have it available for Ibanez, a number of other guitars. And what makes a Titan so different is it doesn't have a truss rod. There's no truss rod in this neck. It's a tension rod. And you adjust the tension rod through that little hole right there. It's a little adjustment location. And then we have another adjustment in the center of that dot, big enough to stick an Allen wrench down in. Now you'll notice that there's a seam here, a brass separator. Theoretically, you could take this guitar completely apart, remove the neck, and reinstall the neck and strings without using this piece, and just have the headstock connected to the body. Because what's actually attached here is the headstock is attached to a steel rod that runs down, or a titanium rod actually, that runs down through the body and attaches here. Not that you'd ever want to, but you could remove the neck and bring it up to tune. But you couldn't play it because you'd need something to grab it by. But the point is, this neck has no tension on it. And because it has no tension on it, it's not going to warp. It's 100% guaranteed to never warp. If you thought that Steinberger was your only option in a warp-free style neck, well, then here's another one for you. We've constantly improved this neck from day one, and it's getting better all the time. Ebony fretboard, matching bird's eye maple headstock, the PearlCaster.